the Isle of Wight has been famous for its dinosaur fossils since quite a long time before the word dinosaur was even invented. And just to put that in context, I think it was 1825 when the first bone of what was later to be known as a dinosaur from the Isle of Wight was actually described, and it wasn't until 1841 that Richard Owen finally coined the word dinosauria, from which we now use commonly the word dinosaur. So, with the explosion of interest that the discovery of dinosaur bones on the Isle of Wight had during the Victorian period in particular, every bone that was found was looked at by the experts of the day, and over the subsequent 180 years or so, more than 25 species of dinosaur are now known from the island, which makes it a pretty unique place. But what was surprising was that all the little things that must surely have been living with these dinosaurs, the remains of them had not been found. So the key core really of my research was to try and discover the remains of these little animals. So I went to all the places where dinosaur bones had been found. I collected samples from the beds, which are known now as plant debris beds, sieved them, and the result is this sand, which I look at every grain of under the microscope in order to pick out the tiny bones, and here's just a few in here. Anyway, it soon became apparent that these beds, the plant debris beds where most of the dinosaur bones and small bones were found, were pretty unique, and so a colleague of mine from Bristol, Alan Insole, and I decided we'd look into this further. And having looked at what these beds comprised, which is a chaotic jumble of everything from logs and twigs to chunks of rock and mud, plus of course the bones, we concluded that these beds actually represent debris flows, and that they deposited as a result of extraordinary events. There will be a huge forest fire, followed by a very strong rainstorm and flood, and these floods would sweep across the river floodplain that existed during the time of the dinosaurs, picking up everything in their path and then rapidly depositing it. So what we now have is a snapshot of life during the early Cretaceous, represented by these beds, which appear to be unique in the geological record at this time.